Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada, Jesus Prabhupada. Welcome, dear devotees. Please accept my humble obeisance. Please give me a particle of mercy. Just one little bit, a little small particle. That's all I need. I'll live nicely. Go Ranga, Nityananda. Oh, Jesus. Oh, my Lord Prabhupada. Jesus. Oh, my Lord Jesus. Oh, my Lord Prabhupada. Jesus, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Jesus, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Oh, Jesus, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Jesus, Jesus, Srila Prabhupada. Shri Advaita Nityananda. Shri Advaita Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Yeah, sorry, I started the video. I just saw after it was already going that she was doing a live, otherwise I wouldn't have gone on here. But anyway, sorry about that. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. She can go live after this. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Oh my Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Oh, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hey, welcome here. Me here, Trivedi. Keep on coming, my friend. It'll be worth your while. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gora Bhakta Vrinda. All right, let's read a little bit. I have something in mind, and I'm just going to read and let's see where it goes. So we're going to start out with Gitamrita. Gitamrita, this is by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. It's about the Bhagavad Gita, but it's more in a friendly, kind of more esoteric, deep explanations. So we're going to go to chapter 9, and we're going to go back to Prabhupada's Gita too, I think. And then we're going to go to Lord Chaitanya's pastimes. Let's see where this goes here. Okay, let's see here. Oops. What's this? What's this here? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Okay. Okay, this is chapter 9 in Gita Rita. So Arjuna says, what is the difference, Krishna, between okay, now let's find out what that is. Okay, Krishna says, Arjuna, at present, you are able to give up karma completely, and thus you do not have the qualification for pure devotion. Still, you are not so attached that you have to perform sakam karma. Rather, you should perform niskam karma. So whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer or give away, whatever austerities you perform, do that as an offering to me. That is niskam karma. See? So, see if I can keep this all here. Let's see here. Is this it? No, that's not it. What the heck happened here? Oh, brother. Okay, I'm going to have some problems, it looks like here, but I got to deal with it. All right. Okay, here. Yeah. The sound is choppy. Sound is strange. Okay, so let me fix it here. Okay, just a second here. Okay, how's the sound now? Let me know how it is. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Is it just better or is it good? Should be good. Great here. Okay, good. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. So anyway, Krishna is trying to help Arjuna understand. Yeah. how to understand the difference between uh, various types of devotees. You know, on a broad scale, everybody's a devotee because we're devoted to different forms of the Lord, even in the material world. If you're devoted to alcohol, if you're and that's your all in all, you're a devotee of alcohol because Krishna, in that form, he's everything. It's all his energies. But it's recommended that you don't get addicted to alcohol because it has a result and it's not very good for the body. It destroys it. Same thing, if you're overly addicted to wealth, you become very miserly and greedy. You know, so these are different forms of the Lord, and they're very dangerous forms to get addicted to get attached to, because it keeps you in the cycle of samsara. See, so now as people start to come out of this by you say like meeting a bona fide spiritual master, right? So Krishna is using Arjuna to teach how how to make the distinctions between different types of living entities, and those who are like attached and believe in karma. See, they're different than actual devotees, and this is very important because this is this is coming up for us to understand very clearly, because that's the Lord showing all these things, and you'll see this is a very subtle thing, but we're going to just develop this here and going to get it really clear here. Yeah. Okay. So then, oh, this is really good. What is this? Is this the right chapter? I don't know. Oh, okay. Anyway, I'm going to probably go back on this too. Okay. So, what is the difference between that and pure devotion? Okay, so Arjuna, Krishna is saying, Arjuna, you're not quite qualified for pure devotion. So you're attached to karma. You like to do some fruitive stuff. And so he's using Arjuna as an example and targeting the world, everybody. See, so Arjuna say, this is their like people like when they come to Vaidhi Bhakti, that's what they're taught. That's why Prabhupada taught people, okay, offer your food to Krishna, do all that stuff. These are the preliminaries. These are not pure devotees yet because they're on that level. They're attached to fruitive activities and karma, and therefore they can't act in pure devotion. See? But this is what Vaishnavas don't understand. They don't understand the special mercy of Lord Caitanya. And this is what we're going to get really, really clear on. See? And if anybody really understands this, you'll know how to very easily get this mercy of Lord Caitanya, which is here, and advance to the highest stage very quickly, and how to maintain it also. Very important. So, yeah. So, anyway, okay, so Krishna says, so what is the difference between that and pure devotion? So, Krishna says, my pure devotees have already offered their very lives to me. So there is no offering of the fruits activities because they think that they and all their activities are already offered. The other devotees perform activities and then offer them to me. So there is some false ego. But do not worry, Arjuna. You just offer your activities for me. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead on this. Um, no, I'm going to continue. And you act like this, and it will be a good example for others, and I will bless you. Okay? That's when, like sometimes pure devotees may to set the example for people on Vaidhi Bhakti level. They just do the same thing as a Vaidhi Bhakti, but they don't have to do it because their lives are offered to the Lord already automatically. Um, so, in this way, you will be freed from karma and on all auspicious and inauspicious results. So this is a gradual process. So by offering your food to Krishna, Krishna is absolute. You may not understand Krishna and no, but you're looking at Krishna. You're offering. You're chanting to Krishna. Oh Krishna, I'm chanting for you. See, that's not pure devotion yet. It's a mix. You're mixing. Your realization is not that deep yet. So that's a way to do it. You get purified, and you start to transcend karma gradually, very gradually. They only do it out of mercy to be easily accepted by the Vaidhi Bhaktas. I don't quite understand that. Can you explain that, Lalita? I don't quite understand what your point is there. Okay. So, so, so my pure devotees have already offered their very lives to me. So there is no offering of the fruits. Okay, okay. And all right, so okay. So Arjuna says, "Oh, you deliver only your devotees and bring them to you, and not the non-devotees? Does this mean that you have attachment and aversion?" Here's the clincher. This is great. You're gonna love this. Krishna says, "No, I am not partial, but my devotees are in me and I am in them." A very important point. You want to see like Krishna? Well, this is how you do it. See? My Krishna says with his own pen through Vishwanath Chakravarti, he said, "My pure devotees, I am in them and they are in me." See, they chant Hare Krishna or they read these verses, and I am in them. I've accepted them. This is their surrender to me. See? But not those who are still not that qualified. Like a lot of people may come here in the beginning and they're not maybe faithful, really faithful, not really surrendered. And Krishna knows that, and he gives everybody a chance. He gives everybody a chance. But they're different. See, they're devotees here where the Lord is, that verse applies to those devotees. There's many devotees here where you could say, they're in Krishna, they're in his name and pastimes, and Krishna is in them also. See, he considers that a pure devotee. Don't worry about their external behavior. Don't worry about what external problems they have. Don't worry about their bad behavior, even sometimes. Or don't worry about anything other than that the Lord is in them and they're surrendered, and the Lord is surrendered by giving himself to them. This is a very important point. See, this has to be discussed. This has to be understood. Otherwise, it's an obstacle in our path, in our way. And Krishna is trying to teach Arjuna this. You know who also taught this? Lord Caitanya he taught his mother this. His mother went against the Dvaitacharya. Yeah. She did it, of course, out of loving attachment, but but still, the Lord used that. He says, "Well, Prema, I'm sorry, man. I can't really give that to you because not pure devotion, because you got something against the Dvaita." See? That goes for everybody here. You may be ecstatic and all that because the Lord is giving you, but He's going to make sure you learn this. I'm sorry, but you got something against the Dvaita. You can't perfect your bhakti. Sorry, you're held back from that perfecting it. You have to get over this. Okay? That means you got to come to the point of apologizing to Advaita because he's a pure devotee. I'm in him. He's in me. I'm in him. We have devotees like that here. Advaita wasn't always well behaved. He'd get angry, do all kinds of stuff. It doesn't matter. He could have all kinds of bad behavior, but the Lord was in him, and he was in the Lord. Some of you may not like this right now, but you will in due course. You're going to be so happy I spoke about this because this takes away all the Maya. This is this is it. Once you get it, you may not be able to act according to it all that, but this is the idea, and you can get contaminated here. Like if there are people here. I won't have to mention names. You all can put it together. There are devotees here where the Lord considers them pure devotees because it doesn't matter what they because the Lord Chaitanya has given his mercy that they can actually surrender the Lord. They have the symptoms that they've given their life to Guru and Krishna. And the Lord has given himself to them, regardless of how they're externally acting. See? And if you prefer somebody who's not like that over them, because like maybe the other, you're more intimate with those and you like their energy better. Krishna showed me this. If you notice, I'm alone a lot now. For personal learning examples. A few times actually I have this. So if you prefer those who are still like on the level of karma, they're not really surrendered. They have these signs, they're not really surrendered. They still proud, still, like a bit arrogant, like the demigods. They think their path is great, their pious path being, oh, I'm good. I'm a good person. Oh, I believe in that. I believe that if you prefer their intimate association and you're like have intimate conversations with them, and then these devotees here, where the Lord has actually given himself. This is what Krishna is talking about. Oh, those devotees. Okay. These are pure devotees. Oh, by the way, let's go to Prabhupada's verse just to get this really clear. So now we'll go to the same chapter, chapter 9. So, text number 30, chapter 9. Oh, actually, I'll start with 29. I envy no one, nor am I partial. Oh, I love these. Krishna, you're so perfect. Perfect, 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 perfect. I love it, man. Thank you, Prabhupada. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Huh. I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I am equal to all, but whoever renders service to me in devotion is a friend in me, and I'm a friend to him. See, actually, this could this actually could also and actually could also and as actually more important is a friend in me, and I'm a friend in him. That's really the more conclusive thing. This is a Veda base, so I don't know if Prabhupada actually did it that way. Oh, I lost it again. What the heck? Okay. Oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah. Whoops. What happened here? Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, I see. I see. I see. Okay. Oh, yeah. I know what I got to do. Make a window here. All these electronic books. See, render service in devotion is a friend in me, and see, and this is real devotion. This is not Vaidhi type things. That's mixed alloy. He's talking about devotion. He's a friend in me, and I am a friend in him. In him, you feel it. See, there are many devotees like that here. See? They're very intimate associates of Lord Chaitanya. How are you treating them? That's why the Lord taught this, about his mother to show you. He even will, he comes, this applies to everybody, even his own mother, much less here. So where's this here? Oh yeah, here we go. So, and then text number 30. Even if one commits the most abominable action, if he is engaged in devotional service, he is to be considered saintly because he is properly situated in his determination. And now I want to read the word for word because it's beautiful. It really is. It's so nice. Api, even, jet, if, su durachara. One committing the most abominable actions, bhajate, is engaged in devotional service. See, and that means engaged in pure devotional service. It can happen. You could be engaged in pure devotional service. There have been many devotees in Srimad Bhagavatam, in the 10th canto, that committed pretty bad acts. Akura was one of them. But they were engaged in pure devotion. The prostitutes were engaged in abominable actions because of their being prostitutes. But they engaged in pure devotion. They purely loved Krishna for no other motive other than just pure love. They just were purely attracted. Okay? So Krishna wants to show you that if my devotees are in me and I'm really in them, that's the kind of devotees we're getting here. The Lord he's marrying them left and right, man. Just boom, 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 boom. Even before their external behavior is perfect. So you shouldn't watch relate to the external behavior. You got to see the internal behavior. See? So and so you don't want to fall this subtle principle. It's like the Brahmins, they favored Daksha over Lord Shiva because Daksha he seemed to have better qualities. He was more pious qualities. He's a demigod. He's in the mode of goodness. Oh, this Shiva, he doesn't take a bad. He's got bad qualities. See, and they became less intelligent because of that. See, and you know what less intelligence is? This, not understanding this point. You become less and less. You become offensive to actually the Lord. If the Lord is saying, "Hey, you're against my devotee, and you're favoring the pious people, the pious persons." If any of you missed this, you should go over this video. It's very important for devotees here. You know. Oh, you're favoring pious people over my ones who might just because their behavior might be coarse or rough or that like that. But you can't see that I'm in them and they're in me. But pious people that are not really surrendered, not and he's not in them, even though they think, oh, we're the same. We're the same as I'm just the same, problem. I'm equal with this. See, that's where you're not understanding the Lord's mentality, and that could be a problem. I mean, if you want to go all the way with Krishna, you want to be like him, like in the same quality. It means you have to understand the conclusive nature of Krishna, which we're getting to. It's a very subtle point, and it's for advanced devotees to know, to learn. So, unto me, Anya Bhakti, without deviation, Suda, a saint. This is why the Christians, they would call those who got the Holy Spirit saints, regardless of anything. They could see the symptoms of a person. This guy has the Holy Spirit, he received the Holy Spirit, therefore we consider them saints. Even though sometimes, like John, he said, sometimes the saints, they act sinfully, but the Lord, they have an advocate, see, because they love God, they love Christ. Then they get purified, and then The Lord, this is the amazing thing. This is like that story that I talk about a lot of Christ being born. There was no room in the inn. See, all the people that had wealthy people, maybe even pious people, they were in the cities, and they had no room for the Christ to be born. No room for the Word. Actually, that's how the Christ is born in you. There's no room in there. So they go into the country, in the villagers, and they see the person, they can approach Billy. Hey, I have my wife's having a baby. Will you allow them? See, this is so. I'm giving you the esoteric explanation that I've never heard before anybody say that. I'll go over your questions in a little bit. Yeah. So anyway, the Christ they gave a place in the barn. Oh, good. You're giving me a place. That's great. There's room for my word. See, that's how the Christ is born in you. Oh, you're giving me a place. Oh, you're not perfect. See, that's the Christ. This is somebody who knows the Christ or knows the real Lord Caitanya. Oh, you're not perfect? Oh, no problem, man. Oh, do you like this preaching? Is it going in? Oh, we'll have a conception, regardless the beasts inside your house. See, so this is like a barn for most people. There's a lot of animals in there, right? A lot of animals. But the Lord is saying, "Oh, there's room. You listen. You come and listen to my devotees. I'll just awaken in you, regardless, and gradually, you get pure. See, those persons are in the eyes of God are choice association, and the ones you think may have better qualities because they're nice and they're good and they're vegetarians and they're this and they're that, but they're not surrendered like that. The Lord knows the heart. See, better association is that coarse person because that's pious, that's contaminated. I already know. I know. I've been there, done that. Even recently, I know when my heart got contaminated by too close with persons that are just on the path of karma, good karma, and avoiding bad karma. They're eating their way to the kingdom. They got a long journey. You notice they don't come here anymore. Not much. And they don't want to meet. It's not important. See, say Leilu. So watch out of your association, your intimate association, because that'll contaminate your heart and cause you problems here. You'll start to cause offenses against actual pure devotees. There are devotees here, and if you can't see that, then you will you commit actual offenses towards God because God is in them. It's just like with Abram. Abram heard the voice of God, and then God said to him, He said, "Whoever blesses you will be blessed. Whoever goes against you will be cursed." Okay? So that's where you need to be careful. So Lord Chaitanya taught these things about in regards from his mother and the devotees, and I have to teach also, obviously, because he's showing me this. People are coming to me, and I'm seeing this is the sinister force, and everybody needs to get through this. And in the meantime, I'll hold the I'll be like the stick in the center, holding the thing while people get through this, because you have to get through this, otherwise you won't. It'll cause dissidence in our sangha, and you start to think mundane, and that's contamination by associating with karmis, people who believe in karma, good karma and bad karma. So watch it. I know. I just also recently I saw my heart getting contaminated, and I caught it, nipped it in the bud, because I've done this before. I know how that is. Okay, now let's see. Now I'm going to continue on, and then I'll look over the questions and comments. See, without deviation, a saint certainly he is to be considered completely situated in determination. So you can see The persons who the Lord has given himself, they have the ecstatic symptoms. They cry, they laugh, and they choke up. And they also are situated in determined. They come here regularly, if not all the time. See? And they're surrendered to this. They're surrendered to their guru. They're surrendered to Krishna. You don't treat them like better to treat a karmi. They're less of it's less of an offense. They won't cause this will cause a hindrance in your progress. You got to get over this. Better be neglectful of karmis or whatever, but or distance yourself from them. Okay? Because don't if you're intimate with people that are on the path of karma and they believe in their good works to deliver them and believe in new age stuff and all that, and you prefer that company over devotees that may be harsh but God is in them, you're in trouble. You won't perfect your bhakti until you get over that. So anyway, everybody's in their process, but I'm just talking, discussing, and by and by. And in the meantime, I'll hold the space. So anybody having some problems here with each other, with different, you just come here, and I'll just until we all work it out. And the devotees here are very intelligent, and they'll see. You don't think that, oh, this devotee is offensive. Oh, this devotee who has Krishna in their heart awakened, you're considering their offenses, but the Lord ain't considering their offense, but you're considering them. Oh, what are you, Vaidhi Bhakti? What are you, ISKCON devotee or something? Oh, you're blind? See, that's your blindness. He is to be considered completely situated in determination. Certainly. Certainly. Yeah, I just read a little of the purport. So the word suracha used in this verse is very significant, and we should understand it properly. When a living entity is conditioned, he has two kinds of activities. One is conditional, and the other is constitutional. As for protecting the body or abiding by the rules of society and state. See, conditional and constitutional. There are devotees here situated. We're all situated. We have conditional and constitutional. Hey there. How do you like the teaching today? Oh, look, we got a friend over there. Great. Yeah. Yeah. See, conditional and constitutional. So, constitutional, especially here, people getting the grace of Lord Caitanya here, big time and quick, regardless of their, conditional conditions, their conditional nature. Relate to that. See, and that's what you got to see. That's why, Yeah, well, the books are trying to straighten everything out, but they need a voice behind it. You know. I know. Hey, I was being taken down by this happened numerous times. I felt even here, even at this stage, I've experienced my heart getting contaminated. I get off track. I know what that's like. Okay, much less you guys. You think yeah. So. Uh, this happens because you can see and you can tell your heart gets contaminated. Then you start acting offensively against real devotees who have real devotion, and then you start projecting. I see it. All right, I see it. All right. Oh, they're really proud. Oh, they're really offensive. Oh, really? You don't even see you're projecting. That's how the Lord covers your intelligence. Trippy, huh? Hope you find this interesting. As I said, not everybody may like this right now, but oops. Where is this? Is it here? Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, so there's that. I'm going to go back. Okay, I'm going back to Gitamrita again. If I can figure out how to do it. Where is it? Here? Sorry, it's just the way this here. Okay. Okay, continuing on. So you deliver only your devotees and bring them to you, but not the non-devotees. Does this mean that you have also attachment and aversion? Krishna says, no, I'm not partial, but my devotees are in me and I am in them. Actually, I am in everything, and everything is in me. My devotees are attached to me. Oh, I wish I could. I wonder if I could. How can I do this here? How can I? All right, I got to figure something out here because this is a problem. I know what to do. I think I can do this here. Okay, let's try it like this here. Sorry about the delay, but it's just the way this computer is not working exactly right. But I have another way I can do it here. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'll put this in another window. See how that works. Okay, I think I did it. Okay, here we go. So everything is in me, Arjuna. No. See. So no, Arjuna. In regards, he is a. Okay, go back a little bit. Practically speaking, for them, I do not. Okay, wait. Okay, no, I am not partial, but for my devotees are in me and I am in them. Actually, I am in everything, and everything is in me. My devotees are attached to me, and others have no dealings with me. See, others have no dealings. This is, I'm telling you, this is non-devotee. We're talking about the mercy of Lord Caitanya. When you get the mercy of, okay, when you get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, um, now you're dealing with the real Krishna, not the fake one in Maya, Mahamaya. That's his dark shadows. Even the pious one. That the Lord ain't thinking like that. They're not surrendered to me. They don't know who I am. They think I'm karma. They think I'm the good karma. I'm the good. I'm the rewarder of which I am, but I'm. It's not really me. I love my devotees. My devotees love me. We got devotees like that, right? You know that, Govinda, don't we? You know, you got high quality devotees, high class devotees here. Oh, you would think, what they're a little bit problems with the little conditioning. What is that? By and by, it'll all be gone. So Krishna's talking about his devotees. It's a different thing. The others are not really surrendered to me. Like I'm here to get people to surrender to the real Krishna, Shuddha Bhakta Krishna, not New Age Krishna, not Brahmin Krishna, not vegan Krishna, not dog lovers or cat lovers. I'm here to help you get real with God. and find out the highest reality. To prefer only devotees above all things and all persons in this world. Okay? See, the Lord is fixed in devotion, and many devotees are fixed like that here already. Don't worry about their external behavior, because I'll go a skip here a little bit, and I'll show you this is what Krishna's teaching Arjuna, just like Gohari Das is teaching you guys, huh? And myself included. We're all listening here. It's a great thing. See, we're on the battlefield. Hey, Ben, we are on the battle. You think they're on the battlefield? Ooh, this is really a battlefield. But we're peaceful and calm. Check this out. So Arjuna says, the devil's advocate. Yes, I accept that. He is a sadhu when he is worshiping you. But what if he's doing nonsense? Then he's not a sadhu. I hear that a lot. Well, this is offensive. He's not a sadhu. He's doing nonsense. He's the person doing nonsense, right? You hear that, Govinda? Something? Yeah, it's offensive. I block you, man. Offensive. Well, let's see what Krishna thinks about that. Thank you, Arjuna. Great statement. Krishna says, no, Arjuna. No, Arjuna. In every regard, he is sadhu, or she is sadhu, because she, we don't want to forget our woke pronouns. He, she. He's a he, she. He, she. Who, she? Who is she? He, she. He, she is properly resolved to serve me. See, don't you see that in the devotees here who are like that? Regardless of their, their conditionings. Yeah. What about Oh, this is good. Lalita Ganga says, what about devotees who became in a state of fear because of the behavior of others? Well, Krishna says, no, Arjuna, he is sadhu because he is properly involved, properly resolved to serve me. Those persons in fear are still, not really devotees yet. You better prefer the devotee. Like the Lord says, I'm impartial to all except I favor my devotees. That's hey man, why wouldn't you want to be a devotee? We're making those. See? Even those with bad behavior, even though they put a person in fear. Krishna said, I don't care. They're sadhu. I'm in them. They're in me. Well, soon all that will be rectified. Matter of fact, I prefer them over those who are not devotees. They're devotees of karma, devotees of vegetarianism, devotees of recycling. Yeah, prefer the devotee over that. See, that's conclusive. Otherwise, your heart will be contaminated from accepting that the person. You have nice, intimate conversations with these non-devotees, and then, oh, you got bad behavior, but Krishna's in them in awakened state, but not in those others. That's how you have problems. That's why certain persons are having problems here now, even with all their ecstasies. Oh, you don't know? Oh, I know. I get it all. I'm over here on this side. I get it. The Lord, I'm analyzing everything because people come, this way, that way. Yeah. See, even if even you should always prefer the devotee. It's like those, say, like Daksha versus Shiva. You had the demons; they were serving Shiva. They were surrendered to Shiva. They did. Shiva gave the order. They did it, man. Their conclusions were better than the Brahmins. The Brahmins' conclusions were off. The Shiva followers, they were hobgoblins, some and everything, but they were pure devotees. They were surrendered to Shiva. They were conclusive. You can see their preaching. That's fantastic. It trumped the Brahmins. Matter of fact, they beat the Brahmins. Of course, they're surrendered to a pure devotee. So here, if you prefer somebody that is, well, that person caused fear and this, that they're not you shouldn't surrender, you shouldn't associate with them. Yeah, come listen to me, let us talk and all that. And your heart's getting Maya's is contaminating your heart. And all of a sudden then you get another pure devotee you get offensive towards. You can't see their glories. Now you're becoming blind and you don't even know it. Okay? Don't even know it. With all your little ecstasies and all that stuff, you're getting a little blind. See, simply this subtle, man. I'm talking subtle stuff, man. Nobody's ever taught this except Lord Caitanya and except Gaurharidas. Oh, Vishwanath Chakravarti did too. See, this is for Raganuga Bhatta, spontaneous devotees, to learn. Very subtle. Yeah. You prefer a person in karma, and you can tell they have symptoms. They're not surrendered here. You see that people like that you might then, yeah. Well, they're causing fear in others and all that. Yeah. And Krishna tells you, I mean, that's why he says, yeah, even if they do the most abominable things, still I'm in them. They're awakened. They're situated in their determination, but those people aren't. Yeah, prefer those. Prefer those with coarse behavior. See? If you do that, then you won't start going down and get started. You'll start to get offensive towards others. And that's contamination from not understanding this subtle point. I know, been there, done that. I just did it recently. You see, I'm alone again, right? See? I figured it out. It helps. It helps my preaching. I love going into these things because I learn stuff. Yeah, everybody's got to deal with this. So, can you please also support this who are in fear then? As I told you, if a person is in fear, and because of the behavior of a pure devotee, better if you're taking the side of those who are in fear are like in the karmic level, and you associate intimately with those persons, but you're taking their side against a real Vaishnava, then you've lost. That's why I see that happening here. I see what happened, and then you start becoming offensive to other devotees that the Lord is situated in. It'll snowball, and all of a sudden you're out of the game. And that's why everybody has to get over this. I see the most ecstatic devotees here doing that. Same thing. They don't understand it. So therefore, you're not conclusive enough yet. See, you have to understand the mentality of the Lord. When a devotee chooses a Lord, and he's chosen many here, and you block them and say, well, I'm taking the side of some person, I don't care, in fear, out of fear, everybody's in fear. Matter of fact, if you're in fear, you don't have the mercy of the Lord. Matter of fact, those who are getting blasted by some of the ecstatic devotees, I love the way they handle it. I love it. I just think, look, man, it shows me, Krishna's in them. Krishna's giving them the strength, and they know it. They feel it. See? So I'm just doing this a cherry on the cake to just kind of get it really clear, really clear. Prefer always the devotee because Krishna does, because he's impartial. He's giving it, but when a person is a devotee and the devotee is situated, people here become pure devotees because Krishna sees their heart, their surrender. Look, people that have surrendered, they have the qualities, they, even though they may have some coarseness, as they're working out. Look at Govinda, look at his progress. He was a bit coarse before, this and that, but I always saw, Krishna's in there, man. Oh, it's going to come out. Just like everybody here. Krishna's in you all, practically. And if not, if you stick around, he will be. He'll see that when you're following the process, trusting the process, getting purified by hearing, Krishna will appear in you, and there's your marriage. You've got this mystic marriage, and it's forever, man. You're a free bird. This is the best preaching on the planet. I haven't seen where people. Narayan Raj didn't marry anybody, Krishna. I didn't see one marriage, not even with his biggest disciples. Not one really married. But I see plenty here getting married. Even before they're perfect, there you might find better qualities in Narayan Raj devotees than in some of these devotees. But because they're situated in their determination, these guys aren't. They think they're still following a many lifetime path, or they're still following the path of karma. Oh yeah, Gory, oh we're equal, and we don't need your thing. I don't need to surrender. I'm just this like my ex-wife. She ended up becoming like that. Oh, Gory, I don't need you. You're my guru is so illustrious now. My Narayan Raj, he's so illustrious. He follows the rules and the regulations, and he's so austere. Everything that Krishna says is not the real symptoms she started to see as it. That's how you get covered. You become offensive. You start to put that austerities. See, Narayan Raj, I'm not coming down. I'm using it as a teaching. He's a great guy. He's a great guy. There are people coming here that might be great people, good people, vegans and vegetarians and everything. But they have one quality. They're not surrendered to the real path like even coarse persons might be here. See? Actually, I'm just protecting myself because I stand up for the devotees. I stand up for everybody with devotion. Just like Lord Caitanya did. He wanted to get everybody get this, understand this. Shamakuri, you like the class. That's good. I know. This is fantastic. I know. It's great. I agree. I agree. It's fantastic. But why? Because, the Lord is mercy makes it fantastic. I can't do this on my own. We're together. I have a team. We're a team player. Plus, you guys too. You provide the situations so that we can have a nice little time of it. Here we go, Freddie. We got Freddie. This will push a few of his buttons. Let's see what Freddie says. It's easy to say here, there, some coarseness, and you don't have to live with her. Oh, I didn't mention any names. You stay in your safe zone as well. Well, yeah. I mean, everybody can. I don't. It doesn't mean I have to associate. Like those who may have some of that coarseness, I say, that's as much as I can take. Yeah, Haribo. See you a little later when you're a little bit over it. See. But if you take it personally, it's triggering some shit in you. And that's what you're not looking at. And you get high and mighty. Ooh, she's offensive. Ooh, she's an offensive person. Oh. This is fun, isn't it? We got to make this sitting in the dentist chair a little fun. Cut some jokes. This is. Yeah, it is easy for me to say here. I'm in Playa del Carmen by the beach, which I never go to. Unfortunately, I better go get some fresh air over there. Let's see. I'm going to get some more here. No, Arjuna, in every regard, he is a sadhu. He, she. Yeah, he or she is properly resolved to serve me. He is thinking that I am unable to give up this sinful activity and I'll probably go to hell. Isn't that the way some of the people like that are here? They feel like that. They know they have bad behavior. Yeah. I get a little personal. Yeah, River knows she's got shit. She knows it. She's done first now. She can't stop it. A lot of you were like that too. You can't stop it. You can't help it. The fan is still spinning, but it'll slow down. But they're all resolved, including all yourselves. You're resolved. So see that in the others, and then your blindness will go. Otherwise, that offense is worse than eating beef. It's worse than killing somebody. I'm telling you, it is. It's worse than murder, because you're murdering your own soul by doing it, by being against the Lord, being against devotees who are awakened, even though they have coarse behavior, is very dangerous. I already see it, the seeds of it here. This is taught by the spontaneous devotees, if you're lucky to ever get their association, and we are lucky. Even Nartam or Srinivas, one of those two, Shamana, one of those three, was warned, be very careful when you approach this, what was his name? It was one of these devotees with the whip. Watch out, be very careful around him. Be careful with your mind. Like to think, well, what is this guy carrying a whip for? And he was very odd devotee, but he was pure. Krishna was in him. He was in Krishna, Krishna in him. He had prema. Devotees here have prema. Be very careful. So anyway, you need to get through it. Okay, everybody is learning here, and this is one of the important teachings. Yeah, this teaching will help you perfect your prema. Otherwise, it's dangerous, because especially when you start to do the daksha Shiva thing, like the demigods, they preferred the association of Daksha, who's a very good person. He's a demigod, man, in the higher modes of goodness, sweet, kind, like David Undapand, all that. But they were punished, and we will be punished if you prefer these sweet, nice persons, or austere persons over these kinds of conclusive teachings and truths and devotees who are taking this mercy. See, that's the problem. So you have to get over this if you want to progress. So, and this is natural. Devotees here get very ecstatic. And he's a little bit. The gopis also, they became a little proud. So anyway, that's the main thing. It's just prefer like Krishna prefers. Understand this point. You may not be able to understand right away and everything. Maybe watch the video again and examine the verses and get purified over this. It's the truth that will set you free. You're more or less bound right now when you're acting like that. Okay? So you're bound. That's the offense. Understanding this truth will set you free from it. Okay? And you'll be able to do like Jesus said, you shall know that you're my disciples by how much you love each other. Okay? And that means regardless, everybody got the Holy Spirit that was sincere and determined and like that. Just like here, people that are sincere and determined and surrendered to this path and these teachings get the Holy Spirit before they're perfect. And that's just a fact. So relate to that. Come to that point. Understand this principle, and all will be well. And you'll go up and up and up and perfect your bhakti here, and you won't be, um, slammed down because of offenses against pure devotees. It doesn't matter how coarse or harsh that person is. When you go against them, you're going against Krishna. This literally, I'm telling you, man, it's more. Krishna says, I'll forgive offenses against me, but against my devotees who I'm awakened in them, you have to go to them to get the forgive. That's why you see Lord Caitanya sent his mother. Oh, you go to Advaita. You didn't like his. See, he was exhibiting some weird behavior. He'd pay obeisances to Sachi, and she'd have a miscarriage. Talk about abominable stuff. Huh? He did this about 8 times. Every time he did a base, he had a miscarriage. So she called him, like Dwaita dual. Like it wasn't anything. And the Lord says, "Hey, well, you went again. It doesn't matter whatever. I'm telling you, whatever these devotees do, if the Lord is in them and He's in a lot of those persons you're blocking, for I don't care whatever reason, the Lord is in there. You relate to that Lord like that, and you'll get over all offenses, and everything will be well. Otherwise, it'll smack you back in the face, and you'll be covered by the false ego. You'll start acting proud. You'll start committing offenses to the other devotees, which I see." They're coming to me. That's why I learned all about this. I saw, and the Lord put me through it too. I started to get close to like some person who is not really surrendered yet, and does later on maybe she'll figure it out. But and started to serve those persons. Like serve. Give them stuff and do stuff and like this, and receive some service like this. And my heart started getting. I said, "What is this?" I see this fast, quick. I said, "What's going on here? What's it? Oh, I see. Ah." So, okay, let's see. Let's get some feedback here. I'll read the comments here. So, Krishna does not care, but what about those who are in fear now? Okay, I answered that. And if you've got some specific persons, then you can let me know. Actually, you can let me know now. Well, actually, maybe later. I got the gist. What about devotees who became in a state of fear because of the behavior of others? Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. Anyway, I answered that. Krishna answered that. I'm just telling you what Krishna says. Where's the thing about the abominable behavior? Let me find that part here. Yeah, so Krishna says, "No, Arjuna, in every regard he is sadhu because he is properly resolved to serve me." Okay? Can you see that in certain devotees? Say like River. You see she's resolved, she has a little bit of this edge, right? But is she resolved? Is she like one of these? Is she like those ones that are in fear and or they believe in karma and all that? Different, huh? See, if you get this, you'll see. Oh, let me see like Krishna sees. Not like otherwise you get contaminated. And then you start being offensive to other pure devotees. Okay? I am not. So the person is thinking, and like Sailor Rivers thinking, she doesn't like. She does. She wants to be over. That's her whole thing. People don't understand that she's doing it to get over it. She wants to get over this. It's hard. The fan is turning. A lot of conditioning. But she's getting over it. She's much better than before. Do you notice that, Govinda? Much better. Yeah.
Yeah, I've noticed it. He's very sweet. I love sweet.
Yeah.
And this
Yeah.
is the process. To get it over it.
Yeah.
Really sweet. Really sweet. Really sweet. I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, people are coming, they're attracted and everything. So anyway, the more everybody gets over this stuff, then the more in harmony we'll be. Otherwise, people get mixed messages. It's like, well, why are you blocking? I mean, even like some devotees, I think Fanny said, "Why are you blocking these devotees? Why do you know?" So anyway, it's because of our faults inside the contaminations, and they're being worked out in our relations. Yeah, it's not like this is natural. This is normal. Uh, this is very amazing, actually, what we're doing because and everybody's got to do it. Um, Otherwise, you will anyway. Anyway, it's all happening here. Um, but I'll never give up devotional service to Krishna. Do you think River will ever give up devotional service? I can't even get Karuna to give it. I mean, even though he's just a strange guy and a creative guy, you think he? I try to kick him out, he won't leave. Smart guy. I wouldn't say necessarily that his bhakti is so, but anyway, he's determined. Therefore, I consider him a sadhu. There you go. That's what you got to relate to. There's a sadhu there. He's saint. Why would you go against a saint? It doesn't even make sense. I'm going to go against a saint because they're putting these karmis, the pious persons in fear or something. So, that's part of their purification. If they're in fear, that means they're not taking enough shelter. What is this? If you're taking shelter properly, you're not in fear. Even, it's kind of how it is. You get protection. So, so listen to this. Krishna says she very quickly becomes righteous, and I accept him because he laments, remembering me again and again. And because of lamentation, his heart burns, and he thinks, alas, alas, there's no other devotees lower than me. I am a black spot for the devotees. Again and again, he curses himself. And this is actually, it doesn't have to be that extreme because we got the mercy of Lord Caitanya. This is 5,000 years before. The mercy of Lord Caitanya was not there yet. It wasn't revealed. That's why the devotees don't go into such deep lamentation usually because they're too bolstered by Krishna. They can feel it. Okay, let's see what else. What other? Tarun says, I'm a vegan. That's even better because it's what you do externally. Yes, we are above external propensities. Let's see. The Vaidhi system, all the same, but the differences are external. Bow down here and there. Yeah, external. Yeah. So anyway, I think that's the main point is to understand this clearly, and you may not be able, like what I said, you may not be able to do it in your heart. You just, "Ah, I can't do it. I don't want to do it. I don't know, but that's the truth. The truth will set you free. Let it work its way in. You'll only be the better for it. Wouldn't it be nice? You can be with devotees. See, it's just ignorance. It's ignorance keeping you acting like that. If you know clearly that whoever, no matter what their external behavior is, and it's not that bad in anybody, really, but the Lord is in there. As you relate to that, man, what harmony it'll be here, man. Whoa, there would be no stopping this. This is the only thing that could stop it. Is the actual offenses against those who Krishna is awakened in them. That's the only thing that could stop this. It wouldn't stop me because I got it, been there, done that. But it may stop some of you if you don't understand this from progressing. And you got to get it because how are you going to go? How are you going to preach in the world? Oh, I only preach to good people. Oh, you're not going to preach to bad people? What are you going to do when you preach to bad people and they come? What do I do? Look at it. I also have to learn. I got some bad people that come here and do bad things, but they won't leave. What am I going to do? I got to say, I'm sorry, you're a bad person. They come for the shelter. They know it. Shiva, look at Shiva. Look at some of his followers. Hey man, this is a kind of tremendous spiritual power here. It's very attractive. People, I'm telling you, Bill Gates, the big birders, you can come here, man. My Lord will deliver you. I've been given a blank check. Take as many people back who want to go. But you got to understand these finer points too. This is Bhagavatam. You know who else went through this? Chitraketu, who is also a devotee, an advanced devotee. Chitraketu. See, right? Bhagavatam example. What did he do? He went to Lord Shiva, Parvati sitting right on his lap. Oh, that's not Vedic at all, is it? Go to a temple and see a woman sitting on a man's lap and see if that is be tolerated. And he said, "Oh, look at Lord Shiva." He knew Lord Shiva was great, but he criticized him. He said, "Oh, look at Lord Shiva. Look at this. He's not following the principles of religion. Oh, that's not very good." Just for that, he got cursed. He had to come back as a demon. But what a demon he was! He was fantastic. Part of the pastimes. Hey, just like if you're against the bad behavior, you might have to come back, but it'll be beautiful. You'll get over it because love of God is in. The devotees here that are doing these things, they'll get over it. Why? Because the Krishna has chosen your hearts too. We may take a little to task, but they want you to get over these things so that there can be harmony amongst whatever you're relating to the Lord. You see who the Lord is in. See, and you become like the Lord. You give preference to those who are surrendered, and oh wow, look at this person. The Lord is, oh, that's so beautiful. A little coarse, but yeah, no problem. See? That's when you're really qualified to be real guru. In the meantime, you're spiritual teacher. Otherwise, how are you going to give? How can you have to have the nature's Krishna? He gives shelter. Oh, this person surrendered to me. Oh, okay, I'll give myself to them. Oh, they're accepting Lord Chaitanya's mercy. Go to Gaurahari's. They're getting the mercy. They're listening, conclusive truth. Oh, yeah, I'll give myself to them. And then very quickly, they'll become right. Quickly with that, well, God, in 3 months or 5 years, they didn't come perfect yet. Well, quickly to the Lord is like, hey, could be a whole lifetime, could be 10 lifetimes, who knows? Doesn't matter. He's in them now. They're in him. He's in that. They're special. Ooh, what is this? They're special. Yeah, yeah, they're special. They're preferred by Krishna over anyone because that's the way he is. He's into mellows, man. He's into reciprocal mellows. And if a person isn't into that, they're not mixing. Don't prefer those who are not into over the association of those who are in mellows, regardless of their behavior. Still, they're in transcendental mellows. They read, they chant in ecstasy, they laugh, they cry. You be careful because you might go against it. You might think their ecstasy is false. Ooh, that's getting dangerous. Ooh, right? Watch. Oh, the ecstasy of river is very real. The ecstasy of Shamaguri is also real. Oh, I see. I see. They passed the test, but flying colors. I see how they react to all this because Krishna's in them, solid. So it's great. Thank you for everybody participating in our transcendental awakening game. Everybody has their role and parts, so it's all good. I'm just the umpire calling the shots. Strike one! Strike two! Okay, let's see what else we got here. So, being bound in the lower modes see this as highly offensive because they live in that religiosity. Um, yeah, it's a lower mode, even mode of goodness. You see, people in the mode of goodness, Bhakti Vinod, these things I'm teaching here speaking about, Bhakti Vinod taught these things. He said there are many Mayavadis and Brahmins who have good qualities, better qualities than devotees, but even a devotee in Vaidhi Bhakti, even, is better than a Mayavadi with all kinds of nice qualities because that person, even on the Vaidhi level, is situated in their determination. It's only a matter of time, very quick time, that they're going to become devotees in advance. But much less the devotees here, where the Lord has given his transcendental form to, love of Krishna. So, yeah. I prefer no demigod types over the chorus of types. I just protect myself from any type of poison. I prefer no demigod types over. Yeah. Well, yeah. The thing is, you can't protect yourself from the poison. It's all by association. See, you can. The thing is, the bottom line is, okay. You can protect yourself by maybe pulling back and so because you can't deal with it, right now. So you can do what you got to do. Everybody, do what you got to do. But this ultimately will help. It may take some time to work it out, but I think Krishna is showing me these things today, so I'm trusting that it's meant to be discussed. Oh my Lord, how fortunate I'm calling you my very lovely and dearest Lord. Your body is so brilliant. Yeah. Truth offends anyway. Yeah. So anyway, that's just the bottom line. It may take, as I say, we just be loving towards each other, and if you can't, because you need to take back space, it's okay. Yeah. And whoever you can, I can deal with you individually. Until people kind of work it out. It's just a lot. I mean, you guys should have gold medals for the 5 years you put in here, the surrender you went through, all the stuff Lalita went through, and Rivers going through, all the Govinda, all this purification. Oh, everybody. Yeah. We should give you gold Olympic medals, green beret. Everybody has to get a green beret. You went through the training. Okay, I'm going to stop talking for a while. And anything you want to say, Govinda, to finish this up?
Yeah, I just feel that it just in my own journey, I'm learning as well. I feel the softness of heart. I just feel that we keep the door open. What I learned in Alcoholics Anonymous. I feel soft towards devotees. I'm looking at their devotion, and I'm tired of my own. I don't want to even. I don't want to diss them. I mean, I'm seeing the devotion. The devotees here, they're so committed. Karuna's so committed. River's so committed. Keep the door open, man. I've come from the hills of Wales this morning to the hills of Coventry up in the flat. We've got. I'll show you. I'll just show you the skyline quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's, Philip's very kindly. Philip's very kindly hosted me. You can see we're up about 5. There you go.
Wow.
Yeah, up in the sky.
Oh, what are you on a high rise, huh? High
Bye
rise?
bye. Bye bye.
Wow. How long are you
So,
going to stay there, you think?
let's see with Philip maybe a week or two. We'll see how it goes.
See how it goes. Yeah, great.
Yeah,
This is Coventry?
yeah, in Coventry and Philip, you remember. Um, I think maybe we even be nice to visit River and Karuna. I've talked with uh, Philip about that, and I haven't spoken with River yet, but I will do. Yeah, but it's
Okay.
having the devotee association, and also there's a lovely devotee in Newcastle called Prahlad Das, who's invited me up to Newcastle. He's been coming to your classes for about 12 years. He was telling me, I was speaking to him on the
Oh,
phone earlier.
Prahlad. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that guy switched. He was a Rhythmic. I had to block him a few times. He's, but see, he got it out. Got it out. And then he says, you're still here. After you just relentless. He says, you're a better preacher than anybody in ISKCON. Nobody's like this. He just totally switched. He was really against me. Oh man, he was. Now he's
Well,
a sweet guy.
yeah, he's welcomed me up to see him and stay with him in Newcastle. I was asking him if it would be okay to come up, and he said, "Yeah, come up. I can accommodate you." So
That's
just
great. That's awesome, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I think he comes to classes, but he doesn't show himself much here.
yeah, he said that. think he might be chanting, and he said he listens on the rewind, and he's
Hmm.
been watching for many years. He feels like he knows me. He says so, and River and all the devotees. And
Yeah, yeah,
it'd be nice to have some association and again to do
yeah,
come live also.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's great. Okay, good. Well, good luck over there, Govinda, and yeah, we'll be back.
All right.
Oh yeah, where's it? That's Philip. Philip, hey, hey, how's it going, man? Nice. Thank you for coming and listening and hosting Govinda. That's awesome. Yeah, 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 yeah. So what do you do there in what do you do there in Coventry? There, Philip, is it Philip?
I don't do much really. I watch them on Facebook a lot, and I take a lot of interest in history. Talk to them on Facebook.
A lot of interest in what? What?
Facebook, history. Yeah,
Oh, you take. Okay, you watch on Facebook. Okay, you watch Facebook. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Well, good. All right. All right. Well, good. Well, anyway, thank you for all you're doing there for Govinda. That's awesome. Yeah. Okay. So I'll see you guys later. Have a great day. Huh? Hare Krishna.